The bike's all ready to go. I'm dressed appropriately. So let's get this Trek Emonda SL6 out on the road and see how it is to ride. I'll explain what we're going to do today once we get out on the road. Let's get going. Today's plan to give the Trek Emonda SL6 a bit of a workout is to do a little time trial. I'm going to do a 15-kilometre time trial. It's on a relatively flat course. One way, I'll just go as fast as I can. If I can get under about 30 minutes, I'll be quite happy with that. That'll be 30 kilometres an hour. It's fast enough for an old fella. This bike, it's not really a time trial bike. Well, it isn't at all, but you could use it as one. If you put a pair of tri-bars on and you're occasionally doing a time trial, then why not? My son, he's just bought a TCR giant bike. Hello! My son's just bought a giant TCR and he's got put a pair of tri-bars on it. He's doing his first Ironman this weekend, so good luck. That's on the 17th of September in Weymouth. Yeah, hope it goes well, Matthew. And it just shows you can use this kind of road bike for triathlons as long as you're not getting super serious, in which case you have to ride around with no socks, have no relationship and live in your mum's basement. You have to talk in numbers as well, apparently. Anyway, let's get this show on the road and see how this Trek performs on a 15k time trial. Okay guys, we're off. .39 kilometers an hour, very slight decline. I'm not going to hold that for very long. This is probably a good time to talk about handling first of all, and it's actually not bad for a road bike. Not up to a gravel bike, not up to a straight bad bike, but pretty good. It's light. Overall it only weighs 7.5 kilograms, so it's not a lot to move around. The only criticism I have, it is a bit twitchy. I think that's natural anyway, but when I swapped the stem out, which was 120 mils for 80 mils, basically just to save my back because the reach was too much for me, I felt it was more twitchy than before. If you have the stock stem on, I think it's a better ride, quite frankly. There's probably no good time to talk about braking because I'm not going to do very much. Where I live is very flat, and where I ride on this bike, very few junctions, very few traffic lights. I can ride 10-15 k's without having to brake at all. As I said, when I do it's on the flat. I've had it on hillier terrain, on Ko Chang, on races, but for what I need, I find it sufficient. Disc brakes are better, as discussed in the previous review, and that's what you'll get if you buy a new Trek Emonda SL6. But for me, I find the rim brakes more than adequate, and I weigh 95 kilograms, so I'm not exactly light. You're not going to see much gear changing, the same way you're not going to see much braking, but when you do change, gear changing's crisp, easy. I love these Tegra shifters. Superb. Very, very smooth. Bit of a headwind here, slowing things down. Wow, that's making it tough. For a road bike, I find this pretty comfortable. But after 6 years and 30,000 kilometers, I have everything dialed in just the way I want it. As I said in the previous video, I didn't like the stock saddle, the Bontrager saddle. It's too narrow. This Physique Aliante is much better, 154 mils wide, just gives me more support. But overall, yeah, it's a comfortable bike. Do 100 k's on this plus easy. Okay, you can see there, more than halfway. An average speed, 31 kilometers. I'll be happy if I break that 30 today. This headwind's really hurting. 200 meters left. I'm absolutely spent. I've given it everything, I promise you. Oh, there's nothing back here. Oh dear me. 50 metres up. That was tough, and I promise you I did give it my all. Let's go for a coffee now and I'll talk you through a final couple of features about the bike. This is a very reliable bike. Trek, highly dependable. Shimano as well, very, very dependable brand. The group set on this is superb. It's all Ultegra, but the great thing is if you want to mix and match, you could go Sora, 105, Ultegra, Dura-Ace in that order of hierarchy. At the moment I've got a 105 cassette on it and it works superbly. I can't tell the difference between Ultegra at all. So if you want to upgrade in the future to Dura-Ace, no problem. You want to go down that hierarchy chain when things are a bit tight, no problem again. Finally, parts on this, readily available and easily fixed on. You can do most of the work yourself, so maintenance costs can be quite low. That's it. That's all I have to say about this bike. I absolutely love it and I highly recommend it to you. Let's get a coffee. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button now. It helps me out tons. Thank you very much. Enjoy your bikes, enjoy your rides, and I'll see you in the next video.